Hey there, everybody. All right. My name is Mark Pugerude, Chief Sales Officer of Cradlepoint. We make a world-class wireless router, and thanks to COVID-19, we have a lot of at-home workers and power workers. So we are deciding to utilize our own technology to create an at-home work experience that is so easy, even an executive could do it. So that's the joke, and I'm sure Anthony Lawson and the rest of the R&D team are waiting and watching and seeing if I can actually pull it off. But this is our brand new product, the E300. It is a Category 18 modem. So this is the fastest high-speed broadband modem that you can get. And it is really kind of purpose-built for high-speed networking applications. No wires, wireless in, wireless out, utilizing high-speed gigabit LTE circuits, as well as being a full adapter capable for a 5G router. So this is a brand new product. This is why I'm kind of excited about doing it. And like I said, it's pre-configured and helped out by our AT&T team, or by our operations team, but using a AT&T SIM card. So here's the box right here, Cradlepoint E300. So nice box, looks pretty good. I like the depiction on the front. So good work here. Let's see how this looks in the unboxing here. Cool little. So there's no SIM card in there because we did a pre-installation of the SIM card. So that's already in the router. So we do that function at Cradlepoint for people that need to do drop ship right into, emergency pop-up drive facilities and these emergency hospitals. A lot of things you might have seen press releases from Cradlepoint and how we're servicing that. But so we will do a SIM card insertion if you want. So obviously. They did that for me, which is nice. There's a little cheat sheet here, Cradlepoint Verify. It's an app, to help do installations, and actually has a lot more utility when it comes to 5G and to making sure you have the right coverage. So that's good. We've got this looks like the instructions here. So this is going to look backwards to you, but it's kind of a 5-step process about how to get the antennas on. Since it's a high-speed modem, Category 18, it's going to have 4 antennas. There are special antennas to get the high-speed, performance that you would expect from this system. So just reading through it. So that's kind of interesting. So here's a little wall mount. So if you want to screw this up on the wall, there's like a little template. Screw into the holes here, and then that way you know where to put your screws in to hang up your device on a wall. So that's good. I like that. Looks relatively easy. Hopefully, don't get tried up. This is the antenna guide. Okay, so that comes a little bit later. This is the power supply. Okay, so we can do that. So I get the power supply. Okay, and then here is the unit. All right, so pretty light. Doesn't feel too heavy. It's actually not heavy for its size. There is some, there's a lot of technology here. So it looks like 4 Ethernet ports that are right here that can sustain power over Ethernet. We have a WAN port here. So this can be operated in like a failover or primary mode. You got your antenna guides here, and USB, a GPS, a couple of expansion ports, on-off switch, and power. So pretty cool there. Let's see here. Okay, we've got a bunch of antennas here, really toughly sealed in these plastic. So let's get these out. Okay. And so they're branded with the Cradlepoint brand on there. There we go. So, and then what's here? We got it. Oh, this is the screws to put it in. There's another little screw. I don't see that on the directions. Matter of fact, this is the extent of the directions, so I guess that's bodes well. That's why they think even an executive can do it. The antennas are essentially all the same, so there's only one way to kind of get these on here. It's interesting with the Category 18, you get 4 antennas, and then you have to put 2 of them in a 90-degree position, and the other 2 are just flat. So that's what you do there. So it's kind of interesting. So imagine if you're a power worker. So here's what's been happening for me. I use a high-speed broadband network. I'm in kind of what you would consider dense suburban area. Lots of at-home workers, lots of knowledge workers, people that are always working at home. And you could almost count on, at the top of every hour when everybody's conference calls get turned on, like at noon or 11 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, the network gets completely bogged down. I was getting on average 300 milliseconds of latency. Bandwidth would bounce all over the place and sometimes go to zero as the system was getting really stressed. So it was a little bit cumbersome. So having something that sits outside of that network and being able to have direct connectivity back to headquarters. So the way this is configured by our IT staff is that it's going to log in just like a VPN. It's going to promote a SSID that my computer will recognize. So it'll utilize those credentials to turn on. So that's quite nice. So for this, I got to read the directions. Bend the first and the third antennas into a 90-degree position. Okay, so that's that. And then holding the antenna tool. So it looks, well, that doesn't go that way. So now you can see it's not exactly scripted here. Okay, so it goes this other way. Yeah, so now it lines up with the logos there. So the logos here and here line up. So you kind of know you got it in the right spot. Probably another clever thing our engineering team did, thinking through how to make this all easy. So it looks like it's good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks solid. All right, so let's power it up and see if we can get some bandwidth going on it. So turn it on. I normally get pretty good bandwidth here at this location, so I'm always fairly happy with the performance of my normal system. So there it is. It's starting to power on. Now, I don't know how long this takes to power on or what it takes to do. So this is a little bit unscripted, as you can see. But right now, I'm already getting lights, and we are about 7.5 minutes into this installation. And I am already starting to get some lights on for the system here. So let's see how it looks. So it's I don't know how long this takes, so it might be a little bit of delay. But I also have another package here. I have a office phone that is it's one of these high-end Polycom office phones that's also connected to our hosted VoIP provider. So, all right, so if you can see now, I'm starting to get I got the 4 bars of lights here. I've got this here, so that's looking pretty darn good. It's looking like really good service there. I'm getting good connection. So here's your classic kind of IP phone that we've got. This is probably the stand. Let's see here. Man, I don't know how this thing goes. Okay, that's not terrible. All right, that's pretty easy. We all know what this is. Okay. Oh, I got a white bar there. Did you see that white bar come on? Looks like it's hot and ready to go. I got green lights on 4G, so that looks pretty positive. And let me put this phone together here. Let me see how this works. So right now it looks like I am hot on the 5GE kind of network right now. Let's see here. So now I'm just going to my computer right here, logging in. I'm seeing the 5G. It's connecting. It says it is now connecting. Secure. Connected and secured. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to our first pass here. I am hot. I'm live. It is actually working. So technically, I got done in less than 10 minutes to get internet connectivity with no IT help or support. And let's just do a little speed test and see. I've been using speedtest.net where I was doing my other tests. And let's see how this is. Speed test, where is it? There it is. So we are hot and ready to go. So I'm on what you would consider a 30/30 unlimited plan. So it's giving me full bandwidth. I'm getting like 15, 20 megabits right now download speeds. And that's my plan because I'm on a kind of a throttled plan. And to keep costs down, so this plan right here costs around, this is like basically I'm getting 20 megabits up, 20 megabits down, private gigabit LTE bandwidth speeds, and 38 milliseconds of latency. So pretty light, pretty good performance there. Oh, and see, the router wasn't even connected. It was connected up to one that was in Baltimore. Let's take a look at one here. Okay, that's 33 milliseconds of latency. We're getting between 15 and 25 megabits of performance. And I got the 2020 plan, so it sounds like about right. And then upload looks like it's at about 20 megabits as well. So it's kind of like a synchronous circuit almost, where we're getting 2020 on both ends of it. So that's not bad. So let me plug in this phone. Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I got this Ethernet cable that'll plug into the back of this router. So now here's the thing. I can plug into the back of the router. I'm gonna put it in Ethernet port number 1 and roll it over to my phone and plug it into the Ethernet port here in the back of the phone. And now I will power it up, and it should get its configuration from the cloud for the phone to turn on. So let's see. Okay, I got power on the phone. It's starting to power up right here. Getting its configuration, it looks like. And starting to see how it looks. So right now I've got if you can see, I've got my router and my office phone already active, and it's starting to say starting applications starting on the phone itself. So now we're really it's initializing device and getting its firmware update. So the phone is connected to the to the network now too. So I'm getting network connectivity. It just pulled its date and time, so that means it's definitely connected. So does that mean? Well, it still looks like it's thinking a little bit. Still's got some things to do, but it's got its time and it's got its some of its line profile. So that means it is getting a connection and downloading. So let's see if it works. But getting good connection here. I'm going to take one more look. Let's power up my. So Outlook and Teams, so Outlook's working right now, looks perfect, and then just got a bunch of emails because I was offline, and still looking at the phone. It's still it's got its configuration, and it's still toggling back and forth. Let's see if we can get a dial tone out. No, it's still not. Still thinking through. Let me see if I got it connected right. Yep, that's right. Should be okay. Okay, and I've got this all connected right. We got high-speed connectivity right there. So it looks like we're in good shape. All right, I am up and running with my home office. So right away, I was able to get that all done. We got good power, good connections, and able to get all of our applications up and running. Looks to be like it's a success. So, in 15 minutes, you could be a high-power user at home with your high-speed network high-speed router from Cradlepoint. The E300, it's a great product. Thanks a lot, guys.